I'm falling, I'm dying. It's dangerous. Wedding guitar is dangerous.
Hey guys, welcome back to 42 Gear Street. My name's Leigh and I'm here with Nik Huber. And we are once again at Henning's house for the third 42 Gear Street.
Yeah, the only reason.
The only reason we're here. And we're going to have a bit of an interesting conversation today about wood. So, to Nick's left, he has one of his Nik Huber guitars. And also I should say a big thanks to Michiel on cameras, because he's our cameraman for the day. So we've got this lovely Nik Huber guitar, and we're going to talk a little bit about how this comes from, and there's some bells in the background, how this comes from this, and also a little tip I suppose, for anyone who is getting into wood, how they can really see the grain at home as well. So what is the process for building a guitar out of this? Where would you start?
Well, we can talk now for a long time.
Yeah?
To have the whole process, but obviously you have to have wood as a basis to start with, something at least. And in this case we have some nicer looking woods, which became for us at Nik Huber Guitars, it became a job sourcing wood, because we grew a little bit over the years, and now since the times of internet and social media, also the wood dealers found out that it could be possible that they sell wood over Instagram or Facebook. So, and these woods are rare, so everybody is fighting about the nice pieces. So there's Paul with his private stock, there's Kiesel Carvin, there's Music Man, there's Gibson Custom Shop, there's Fender Custom Shop. Everybody wants nice wood, and this stuff seems to be very limited. So, and we feel this in pricing. Meanwhile, a lot.
Yeah.
So that's. But about the. Let's talk about this piece here. That's the Quilted Maple.
Yeah.
And you know what would be nice if we would have somebody to put some water over it, and then you can really see the grain.
So water brings out the grain in a piece of wood?
For me to check or to show a customer what a guitar could look like, or the wood could look like under finish,
right?
Because we apply finish. Do you wetten the wood, or you spray some alcohol on it?
Right. Okay.
But we use very often water, especially on the raw pieces. You don't soak and wet the wood, but you just dampen it, and you can see a lot. But we don't have somebody to wetten it, don't we?
So wait a second.
This.
I don't know how to professionally do it, but I think we have a professional from Nik Huber Guitars in the whirlpool to do the job.
Nick's by here though.
No, but Niko Huber knows how to wet the wood. Niko Huber knows how to wet Nik Huber's wood. Okay, he wets it all the time. It's one of the jobs he actually does at the shop.
Okay.
He's a wood wetter.
Ladies and gentlemen,
he's the wood wetter.
Niko Huber. You do your job, Niko. Professionally done.
Look at this. Not the worst environment to do that.
Now I see it.
Now look.
So what we see now is really the grain popping. And the figure is grown wood. I got the question so many times, how did you do this with the finish looking like the ocean? I said, well, that's Mother Nature. That's the wood. That's grown this way. So this is Quilted Maple. That became pretty expensive to buy. And this piece, like Henning once stated earlier, could cost as much as 2 very affordable guitars.
Okay. So is this the reason that there are certain companies like your company, obviously you guys charge a little bit more for guitars, but because the raw materials obviously cost a lot more?
That's part of it.
Yeah,
that's quite a big component of it, I would say. But of course, having a smaller company like we are in relation to the big guys, or to a company which produces somewhere else, we just said we take the luxury to give it enough time, as much as we need. And we'd rather take longer and charge more and build less than build more in less time and screw up.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that somebody else is screwing up, don't get me wrong. I'm very impressed how many companies make a very impressive number of guitars in a very impressive quality. That impresses me. That's not us. That takes a lot of organization, a lot of business thinking, a lot of organization, and I'm growing into that slowly, but yeah, like I said, very impressive what others can do. This is us, and we take our freedom to give it enough time.
Yeah, but that's what it's all about, isn't it? It's about enjoying the process as well.
Yeah.
So what else have we got here? And would any of this wood benefit from getting wet?
Yes.
Any wood should be wet all the time.
You know what I like a lot is when we get pieces in, and they have like the bark, or in this case, this is a piece of flame redwood from California, and I went to California with Niko was with me, my wife, and my other son Pete, and we went to the Redwood woods in California with Richard Huber from Santa Cruz Guitars, and he showed us redwood trees, and then you see trees 1,000 years old, and you see how they did grow over the last 1,000 years. Of course, they got hit by thunders, by lightning.
Yeah.
They went through wood fires, and the trees are still there, but you can tell that something happens to the tree. And sometimes I'm not into cut the wood, which is grown there since 1,000 years, but those trees can fall or get damaged by fire or whatever as soon as a tree becomes available because it's not growing anymore. I'm very much behind it. Let's make musical instruments out of it.
Okay.
Like also Brazilian rosewood. I'm not telling you cut endangered wood species, but use already cut wood, which is there since the 50s, for musical instruments.
Okay.
That's the best.
So what's so special about this particular piece of redwood?
So I'm just kept talking. I'm very positive that this tree got lightning struck, so you can really see how the tree got split and burned, and I think this is very impressive. How
that's
you
really
can
cool.
really tell how the flames are three-dimensional. Really, in this case, really seriously, it's three-dimensional. But you see what it could look like under finish. We need the wood wetter again. Here we go, thank you, sirs. And then you can see how nicely flame this is. And that's, like I said, redwood is one of our favorite woods. We're using this since 2003 very intensively. And I just got a nice email from my friend Richard Huber, and I'm getting more of this.
Ah, okay, cool.
So friendship.
42 Gear Street tree. When you say we've done it since 2003, in this case, it actually also works. Get it? TH is hard.
Yeah, I know, for the Germans.
So, a good question that I could ask you, and Henning might know the answer to this as well.
Wait, I'm here.
But also, this is also a good question for the YouTube comment section. What effect on the tone wood does a lightning strike have?
The best.
So
Makes it metal.
there we go. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below what effect lightning has on your favourite guitar's tone woods.
You should play Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck is a good...
Oh wow! Angus!
Isn't that how you get roasted maple?
I guess so.
Maybe that's a new business idea.
Lightning maple.
We just take our wood and then we take a long antenna and say,
But you stand there with it.
yeah, waiting, like the hair goes.
The only problem is when a customer wants a custom order, how long is it going to be? Well, when's the next storm?
You might, or we tell the customer if you want it, you have to stay next to the wood pile with a long antenna, and then we see if we still have to buy. Then we still have to make the guitar.
So what's the next piece of wood in line for a wedding?
So this is something we're just started using because, like it is, it became not much easier to source lightweight mahogany, and I got the first time I got in touch with Okume, which is this, when John Sewer showed me his Aura Les Paul guitar. He introduced, I think, 3 years ago. So we had a long talk on the NAMM show, and he said, well, I'm using Okume for the body. I said, well, Okume, I have never used Okume. I know the wood from my furniture making years, but so I went to Spain to buy Okume, and the guy said, I have some flame Okume. So this is something we're just starting to use. We did a few guitars, worked fine. I get it why John Sewer used it.
Very lightweight.
For a lightweight, thick body guitar in this direction. It's not that, and so I just definitely want to know more about it. This is what we're just starting off. This is Okume, and I think Okay, so how it can look. Probably most people know it as plain, and I got a really good stack of also figured. Okay, I don't know if the camera can grab this, but it's not the most flame pieces I got. But so yeah, so this is coming.
Yeah.
So this is going to. I'm just working on a very, very fancy orca with this wood. We're doing some crowdsters with it. We did for the guitarist review a peat with it, and worked totally fine. Great wood. So there is more than ash, alder, and mahogany and maple.
Yes.
And rosewood. And the reason why we all, well, especially me, did that. It has been done since so long, and it was trusted, and rock and roll history has been written on those,
Of course.
guitars. And to be honest, why do I play around with different things? I have to explain myself and have to introduce, and maybe they don't work and the experiment went wrong. So I just relied on what has been there.
Yeah.
But now we get into situations where wood species are endangered, and I'm 100% behind. Stop cutting wood which is on the way to be endangered already. Stop it. We have enough old stock, because the guitar industry does not use a lot of wood from the forests. If you have, I could now get into percentages. It's not a big deal. But we still want to do our part on protection. So and there are other species which are like really grown controlled. Actually, I'm working on. That's so nice. I'm getting mahogany from the Fiji Islands now.
Okay, that's cool.
So, and they have a big thing going there. They really plant trees. They really cut them controlled, and this is going through generations.
Yeah.
And I'm very tempted to go there and see how they do it.
Absolutely.
If you need someone to, I don't know, come with you, or maybe film the whole thing, or just like, you know, chaperone you, because protect you from sharks,
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah.
I'll open my schedule.
We're going to the Fijis. So yeah, so this was Okume, and this was the Fiji Islands.
So
this is another blank of Quilted. We had this, and this is actually very similar to what is on this guitar.
Okay.
This is it's darker in color, but this is an Eastern maple,
Right.
which is from the US, and this is also American maple here. And we have maple from all over. Actually, this is the better looking Eastern maple.
Eastern flame maple.
Eastern flame maple. You can really see by these straps. See, that is the Sugarline sugar maple. And this is the stuff Gibson used in the 50s. This is why I really attempt to have this, to do it similar.
Yeah, I love the flame on this.
What the old, that's very, if you do a faded sunburst, no questions.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's
your
classic flame, isn't it?
That's the classic. I personally, this is my favorite maple. As much as I appreciate how crazy this can go, I'm very much into the Eastern.
Yes.
Classic. Even fitch matched. Usually we take a block like this, and we cut it length and we open it like a book match. We know that. This is a fitch matched, which means this was a board.
Okay.
Like this. And then we move the sides over this, but it was a board like this. It wasn't. It's not a real book match,
Right. Okay.
which has been done a lot from the classics.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So what happens if we get this one wet?
Yeah. Let's do the classic wetting.
Let's do the classic wood wetting.
I'm falling, I'm dying. It's dangerous. Wetting guitar is dangerous.
There you go.
So there we go. So I think that's probably enough wet wood action for one video. What do you guys reckon?
I think so.
Yeah? What do you guys think?
I mean, we can do part 2 next year.
There should never be an end to wetting one's wood, but
I also think it's about to rain as well, so I think
it starts raining,
it's going to
yeah.
get a lot wetter, so we should probably wrap up there. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out the hashtag 42GS3 for plenty of other content from all the brands and channels, and maybe plenty of other wood wetting action from this guy who had us all at his house again. So big thank you to Henning as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know what you think about Nik Huber's wet wood. Thank you guys, see you soon.
Thank you. That was fun.